On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. 'Tis the season for the gifting, and for most adults, I am very sure that the tension and pressure is high to score brownie points with our gifts for the little people in our lives, and by that I mean the children. I got a few requests through my Instagram asking for my recommendation of educational as well as stimulating toys that adults can get for young children in this season. And being the very good public servant that I am, you requested, I listened, and now here we are. Huge disclaimer though, this video is not, I repeat, not sponsored by anyone, not YouTube, not a brand, and definitely not any of my ancestors. This video is brought to you solely and simply by the grace of God, as well as the passion and goodwill of a high quality human such as myself. Now that we have all elements of confusion out of the way, I'm going to kickstart this conversation by using a line from the Bollywood movie The Dirty Picture. Stay with me, we're going somewhere good with this one, okay? Vidya Balan's character Reshma from that movie said something really profound to Nasiruddin Shah's character, which I think we can apply to all aspects of our lives. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to be applying it to our habits and the way that we buy toys for young children. Reshma said to Surya in The Dirty Picture, and I'm going to paraphrase, instead of wasting your time by tuning 500 girls 500 times, why not spend and invest your time tuning one girl 500 times? Now, I can neither confirm nor deny what that line means. However, I can help to translate it into something that we can apply to how we buy and invest in toys for our children. Instead of spending money and buying all those 500 toys that you think your child or the children in your life are going to use 500 times, because believe me, they are not. But let's imagine that they would. Why not invest in a few select toys that can literally be tuned 500 times and by so doing last a longer time? If you ask me, this is not only exceptional value for money, it is the real definition of the gift that keeps on giving. Now, when it comes to buying toys for Jedi or for children or friends and family, I always consider three things when I'm looking. Number one is durability, which of course is affected by the type of material that the toy is made out of. I mentioned about this in my last video, so please go check it out if you haven't already, okay? If you have, still go check it out again. Number two is longevity. I like to buy toys that can be used for a longer period of time. And then of course, number three is stimulation for learning and development. In no particular order, here are my recommendation of toys for babies aged 0 to 1. Now, please be aware that I've noted a few things on some sheets of paper just down here. So anytime you see me looking down, I'm actually consulting my notes, okay? Number one, treasure baskets. Now, a treasure basket is a collection of natural and household items that are put together in a basket or in a box to invite and encourage the baby's curiosity and exploration. Now, you can make one yourself at home if you want to, or you can buy them. For me, I usually buy from Etsy to send as a gift to welcome a new arrival. Number two, shakers. Shakers are great for stimulating the senses, in particular the auditory sense, which I think is a wonderful precursor for sensory activities to refine and educate the auditory sense. Number three, stacking rings. Now, I recommend that you get the shorter version, the ones with about 5 rings, because at this point, the aim is not for your baby to stack them in order, but to have as much opportunity to practice putting the rings through the dowel so that they can develop their hand-to-eye coordination as well as start developing concentration. Because it takes tremendous concentration, even if it's 0.0000 nanosecond, for the baby to put each ring through the dowel. Now, another version of this is using a kitchen roll holder with some nappy rings. This is what I did with Jedi. You can get your nappy rings from Amazon as well as your kitchen roll holder. Put the nappy rings in a basket and let your baby just practice putting it through. Sometimes they will get it, sometimes they wouldn't get it, but I guarantee you this is such an engaging one for your child, because Jedi continued with this activity way until after he turned 2. So as you can see, longevity. Number 4, for this age group, I'll be recommending posting toys, which could be the ball drop box or the ring drop box. This type of toy is really great for stimulating hand-to-eye coordination, fine motor skills, realizing object permanence, as well as stimulating critical reasoning / intellectual development. Finally, books. Books are really important because books encourage language development, which is very important. You know why? Language is the tool for communicating and expressing all types of learning and development. So get going with the books. Hi, welcome back. Yes, it's another day, but we still keep it moving. So here are my toy recommendations for toddlers age 1 to 2. Now, please note that everything I've recommended for the previous age group is still very relevant for this current age group. However, I'll be giving you a few extras to add to your lists. Number 1, grappa toys. Specifically, the wizards, the nymphs, the cups, the bowls, the rings, as well as the coins. This group from the selection or the collection, the grappa collection, are very useful for teaching one-to-one correspondence, as well as developing some sorting and matching skills, which are very useful math skills. Then we've got shape sorters. Shape sorters are great for introducing the language or just generally helping your child to learn about shapes and figures, but as well giving a very early experience for later study in geometry. So useful one to have. And then of course, an abacus. Just a simple abacus, because abacus are just great for helping your child to learn or begin to develop a knowledge of numbers. I would also be recommending some wooden puzzles. Anything from around 3 to 5 or 6 pieces is perfect for this age group. Now, puzzles are great for developing what Montessori refers to as a mathematical mind, which is simply a mind of logic or a mind that can be very logical. So definitely a strong recommendation for this group. And then finally, the IKEA Flitter table. Man, that table is the gift that keeps on giving, that can bear children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. I highly recommend the IKEA Flitter table, and I'll talk a lot more about this very soon. Next, here are some educational toys that you can definitely invest in for your toddler or any other toddler you know that are between the ages of 2 and 3 years old. I will be starting with the IKEA Flizzard table because I think it is a wonderful investment for any kid space. It provides a station for table activities. The trays can be used as a sensory bin, plus the dimensions are perfect to comfortably sit 2 children. Number 2 for this age group, magnetic tiles. Now, magnetic tiles are great for developing focus, concentration, problem-solving skills, and awareness of geometry, as well as creative expression. Number 3, cars. Number 4, puzzles. Number 5, threading beads. Number 6, you can throw in a bike in there because why not? Number 7, I would also recommend a tree house or a mini doll house, which is great for language development, imagination, that's developing imagination, as well as critical reasoning, and also some very useful and helpful social skills. And finally, for this age group, I would also be recommending some tessellations or any pattern kind of toys, because again, they help to develop the mathematical mind, which again is the mind of logic. For children aged 3 to 4, I feel like I've been doing this forever. For children aged 3 to 4, here are my recommendation of toys that will be very helpful for their educational learning and stimulation. Wooden building blocks, puzzles, tessellations and patterns, magnetic tiles again, and of course books. Let me add here that everything I mentioned for the previous age group is still relevant for this one, but books are one thing that is going to be constant for every age group, because language is the tool for expressing ideas and development. Toys for age 4 to 5. I've got Lego, build a car kit or build it yourself kind of kits. Way to play. For Jedi, we've got the King of the Road, and if you can afford it, I will highly recommend that particular version of the toy because it's everything inside it, and Jedi can go all day with it, so it has a lot in it. And then of course I'm going to be repeating puzzles, bicycle, and this one is not actually a toy, but if you're very good at making paper airplane, get going with that, because we have had so much fun in our family with paper airplane. If you go on YouTube, you will find videos of people who can teach you how to make it. That's how I learned, but after learning it, wow, what fun we've had with paper airplane. And finally, gift ideas for children aged 5 to 6 that are definitely educational and stimulating for their development. I've got Build It kits, time learning clock kits, Jenga, Connect 4 and Lego, because believe me, whoever came up with the idea for Lego, that's it. We've come to the end of this video, and I hope it is really helpful for you on your quest for some durable, long-lasting, as well as stimulating toys for the little children. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you have, go and tell the world that there is goodness in this place, and come back with 20 more people, okay? And of course, click that notification bell icon so you don't miss another goodness coming from here, okay? Until I see you in my next video. Bye.